All some very interesting by-election results that I think show you that the opinion polls we've seen of Labour's support falling and of a reform surge are pretty spot on. Now, I should point out in terms of council by-election, they can tell us something in terms of patterns and trends. And certainly Reform UK, very ambitious plans for the May elections next year to win a large number of seats. Signs that that is very much on course, because in Kent, you've just seen Reform win 2 local by-elections that are taken seriously, by-elections where MPs, there's a Labour MP, for instance, was out campaigning for this local council by-election. But Nigel Farage, in the end, the one celebrating, highlighting their Reform winning both of these, saying the party is well on its way. First of all, you've got one here. This was on Kent County Council. Reform with over 29% of the vote there, beating Labour, who came second. And very interesting there in Kent to see the Tories down 10 points to 15%. And then there was this result that I think is going to worry the Tories, of course, with the new party leader, Kemi Badenoch. I think this is going to worry them even more, because you got this on Dartford Council, this result showing the Tories down over 23 points there. Reform surging from nowhere to over 31% of the vote and winning that seat as well. So 2 local by-election wins there for Reform, who also, of course, have their eyes on winning seats in the Scottish Parliament where there will be proportional representation. And John Curtis, one of those, pointing out the possibilities here. You did see Scottish councillors recently joining Reform. And so you had some by-elections in Glasgow last night that are quite interesting. Labour winning that seat with the SNP down. But look who's third there. It's not the Greens, it's not the Conservatives, who are on just 3%. Reform on nearly 13% there. Another by-election in Glasgow. You can see Labour winning, but down. The SNP down over 11 points. And again, Reform third from nowhere to nearly 13%. And a third by-election there in Glasgow, local by-election. You can see again, Labour winning, but both Labour and the SNP down, and Reform solidly in third on 18%, the Conservatives on just 5% by comparison. Now, there have been some Conservative gains. You've seen the Conservatives gain a seat from Labour in Gosport. You've also seen Reform not standing here, the Conservatives gaining a seat from the Liberal Democrats in Somerset. Has to be said, the Lib Dems seem to be in a bit of trouble. Horsham there, again, no Reform candidate. The Conservatives gaining that seat from the Lib Dems as well. And in Hemel Hempstead, you're also seeing there the Conservatives gaining a seat from the Liberal Democrats as well. So Labour and the Lib Dems struggling, and Reform gaining seats, 2 seats in Kent. Do let me know what you make of all of that in the comments below, please, guys. Who currently has your support in terms of the next election? And do head over to hever.news, where you can read all of my articles, stay in touch with me. Really important that we stay in touch over at hever.news, my newsletter. And of course, as ever, guys, cheers for watching.